Hi, Flosstube friends. My name is Chris. I'm the camping stitcher, and this is the third time I thought I was recording 2 prior times. This is the day I'm having. It's not bad. It's just a little tiny. Anyway, welcome. It is Sunday, June 25th, 2023, and this is my episode 30. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks. I appreciate it. I am just, today, I think I better go back to sleep and get up and try again. Anyway, I have a lot to talk to you about. This is a channel primarily about cross-stitch, but sometimes I talk about quilting or punch needle or other crafts. Today I have some floss bling to show you that I've been making. And my window's open, my ceiling fan's on. It's going to be a little warm here today. Last night we had a rip-roaring thunderstorm, so we're supposed to get more of the same today, but it's sunny right now. I'll take it. But you might hear a car going by once in a while and whatnot. Anyway, this is my first floss tube as a retired person. Do I look different? Here's my lovely shirt my husband gave me the day of. I wear it a lot. It's great. It was time. People keep saying things like, it won't hit you until August or September when you're supposed to go back. No, it's hit me. I mean, I don't know how everybody else is in education, but I have a laundry list of things that I want to do when school's out. And I kind of put myself under a little bit of stress to try to get some stuff done before September. And that kind of seems to be the thing, is where you don't have that little stressful, heavy, impending thing hanging over your head. I am sure in August, or when I'm supposedly supposed to start in August, I will be downright giddy that I'm not starting, because it was time. I'm very happy. I mean, I'm glad for the career I had. I'm happy to get started on this next journey. So thank you for everybody who sent me messages, comments, and posts on Facebook. I really appreciate it. It was very nice to see all the congratulations and the well wishes. I do have a segment of things I forgot to say last time, or the time before that, and the time before that. There were a couple of people I wanted to thank. One of them was Helen D. Thank you so much for the shout out and for your compliments on Live on Little. I hope you're having fun stitching it. And I also wanted to thank, while I'm at it, Eleanor For the Love of Stitches. She gave me a nice shout out congratulating me on retirement. And Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo, she gave me a big praise on her last floss tube, and that was really sweet. Thank you. I nearly jumped when I heard you say it. I was concentrating on what you were saying about something else, and then you said that and you put it across the screen, and it was like, oh, that's so cool. Anyway, thanks, guys. So I have a lot of stuff to go over with you today. Typically, I'll go over my cross stitch, and at the end, I'll tell a campfire story, and I'll let you know ahead of time. So if you don't want to stick around for that, you can go on to the next thing that you want to watch. So I have 5 FFOs, and don't think I've been spending the last 2 weeks doing FFOs. I did them yesterday and this morning. I have WIP's, haul, plans, the whole shebang. Anyway, now that this is actually recording, I can do this one more time. I spent yesterday, let's see, I had these smalls I wanted to get done, and then I have 3 big pieces I needed to get framed. One of them I really wanted to get framed, but you just, sometimes with me and framing, to really get myself in a headspace where, I'm gung-ho to do it, because I guess I get a little intimidated by the bigger pieces. In any case, I figured yesterday I would get to sew in those smalls and stuff in them, and chatted with Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, and we had a nice little catch up because she had been at StitchCon, I had been away, and I stuffed 4 pillows. So let me get showing to you. All right, the first one is All American. This is a Primrose Cottage Stitches design. I used 36 count Country Mocha. And I used all the called for colors except for the Weeks Louisiana red sauce. I used DMC 816. Pretty sure. Now, the trim is actually from Michaels. I'll show you in my haul. I got a really nice trim pack from them. They had a sale on red, white, and blue. I don't know if it's still going on. It is Sunday, so maybe it is. They had all their red, white, and blue decor and trims and for 50% off. And it was $9.99 for the package. I'll show you later. Anyway, I didn't put my label on yet, but I'm really happy with the way that came out, and that'll go decorate the Hoosier later. So that's number 1. Another patriotic is Home of the Free, and you guys saw me stitching this recently. I finished it and I FFO'd it. So this is done on 36 count. Vintage Country Mocha. And I just used some scraps of fabric to frame it, some pom-pom trim, and same, I have to put my labels on later. I do have some patriotic charms coming today from Amazon, and I'm going to put some on here and some on my bling that I'll show you later. But I really love this. This is fun. I love stitching typography, and I really enjoy Primrose Cottage's designs. They're so cool. That's number 2. I don't want to zoom through these. This one I'm not sure I'm happy with. Sorry that you keep hearing my phone go off. I have the phone shut off, but the watch still bing, bing, bings. Good Lord. Let's put that on silent. Okay. Sorry about that. This was for Colorado Cross Stitchers Cross Stitch Camp 2023. And for June, you had to stitch a bird. So I stitched the Redbird Sampler by Heart and Hand. And it came with this little heart button. And I used 36 count Up in the Attic by Fox and Rabbit. I had a scrap. As you can tell, 36 count is my favorite count. I'm really starting to love 40, but it has to be certain 40s, like a Zweigart 40. Some of the overdyes, I can't really. I need a lot of magnification, I guess. But anyway, I really like the way this came out, except for right here. So I haven't trimmed this yet. I think I'm going to leave it. It's just cute the way it is. But I don't usually have trouble with that seam, but for some reason that got a little janky on me. Janky is a word. But same backing, man. I was just trucking through them yesterday. So that is FFO number 3. I only posted one on my Insta yesterday, so I'll be posting. Speaking of that, things I forgot to tell you. I am the Camping Stitcher on YouTube. I'm also the Camping Stitcher on Instagram and on Facebook. Now, the Facebook group, if you're going to join it, please answer the questions and agree to the rules. It's 2 questions. They're easy. How long have you been cross-stitching and how many strands of floss? It's not a hard thing. And if you answer however you want. I like 1 and 2. I like many strands. Just answer the questions. It just lets me know that you're not a bot, that you're not going to be posting like spam from Temu or something like that. Just, yeah. And then I let you in, and then we have fun. Anyway, this is the 4th, and this is a Teresa Kogut Patreon chart. I believe it is available in her secret shop. If you are a patron, you can pay to get this now. It was a previous release. The month that you're in, she releases. If you're there's 4 tiers. Tier 2, 3, and 4. You get a different amount of releases. So like, I don't know what 2 gets or 3 gets, but 4 gets like usually 3 charts and some coloring pages, and she's doing a mystery stitch along right now, so you get access to that. And then once the month is over, she will make those charts available in the secret shop that you would have to pay to get them. So if you want this chart, you would have to join her Patreon and be a member on a 2, 3, or 4 tier level. And this is called Home Sweet Home. I stitched this on 36 count rustic drab by XJU Designs. I think I'm saying that right finally. I love this. It's so cute. Originally I was going to tone down the ribbon, but I mean, it's just, I like the pop of color. I think it brings out the little bit of yellow in the bees, and I just made a little bow. It's gonna go in my Hoosier next to my little I have a little bees cap Polish pottery jar, so happy with that, the way that came out. So that was number 4. Now I have the big one. Now, I started this last July. It was a stitch along. I think it was it Stitchy Linda? I think so. Believe so. I could be wrong. But I think it was Stitchy Linda. I would think it was supposed to start like the 17th. Was it July or June? Oh my gosh, hang on a second. I have it written down. You think I could read my notes? I have my pillows piled on my WIP notes. Okay, it was started, yes, July. I started at July 27. So the story was, I had done a Flosstube before we went on vacation, and I showed you what my plans were, and I showed you, what I was going to start. And then I promptly left the chart at home. So when we were in Colorado, we stopped at the Colorado Cross Stitcher shop before she moved, and I picked up another chart. And so I started this July 27th, and I finished it just recently and ordered the frame. And this morning I pinned it and framed it. I didn't back it yet, but this is my finish on Live on Little. And I am really happy with it. I cannot wait to hang this up. The frame is from Art to Frames, and it's got that little bit of kind of like brushed silver, a little bit of gold, some black in there. But Live on Little, Plum Street Samplers. I can't wait to hang this up. You guys see it first. I'll post it to my Instagram. So I didn't have to use a ka-chunker or anything because the frames come with this. I have to put a piece of paper on it. And then I'll add the sawtooth hanger. These frames are wood. I'm happy with it. I originally wanted to get a frame like she shows in her cover photo with the black, but it was just so hard to find something that I was happy with. Most of the frames I saw had black with gold, and I really wanted black with silver, and so I ended up with this. Super happy with it. I just love this so much. The lobsters, the whales, live on little. Big finish, really big finish. So yeah, I'm a little bit mixed up, so that is it. 5 finishes in 2 days, guys. That's 5. I was holding up the right amount, right? I have been stitching a lot. My husband and I took a small trip in the camper. We like to take the camper out for like a shakedown trip, make sure everything's, after it's been not used for the whole winter. We like to go out and make sure everything's working right, and everything was pretty good, I think. No problems. Because we do take a big trip. So anyway, I did bring 3 projects with me when we went camping. We were in Gifford Pinchot State Park for a couple of days. It was really nice. Came home. It was raining a lot on Thursday. There, not here. So we came home, and yeah, it's nice to go in midweek. So now for my WIPs. What have I been working on? Well, I did get my WIP Goes done for June. So we're good with WIP Go. Let me just rearrange some of these things. I got stuff everywhere. If you make floss tubes, you know. So my WIPs for June were, so I have this planner. Okay. June, it was American Sampler, which I did more than my 4 or 5 times on. And that was number 4. And 16, which was Live on Little, and I finished that. So my other WIPs are Denise Stitches. She's running a Facebook group, PCS High Rules. They're doing a section every month. I just finished June's section. I am using Baby Sheep by XJU Designs. Don't look, I have a needle in it. And I just, like I said, I love typography, so this is where I'm at. I am using hand-dyed fibers by Vicki Clayton Silks. This is the section I just did, and it's so much fun. You kind of want to keep stitching on it, but I'm actually, I call this CommitWIP. I committed to do this, and I want to, stick with that commitment. So it's my CommitWIP, #CommitWIP. So that's coming along nice. These are the silks. Whoopsie. And yes, I keep them on drops. It's okay. I keep them on drops. They're fine. Nothing's happened to them. I know, I don't think I would do that with some other silks, because, and this is one of the reasons why I like Vicki Clayton Silks. They do not get fuzzy on me when I work with them. Now, I'm not, this is a project bag. Now, when I put them in the project bag, I'm very gentle with them. I lay them straight down. I think I might make one of those little holders, but nothing happens to them in the project bag. They're not getting agitated, or they're not getting moved around. Nothing's like moving them back and forth there. So I'm not worried about them. Nothing seems to be happening to them. So I'm happy storing them like that. But you guys do you. I mean, it works for me. So that is my first WIP. let's see, American Sampler, which is Plum Street. I love Plum Street. I'm really having a problem because I want to buy all the Plum Street. So I think we should purchase all the Plum Street. You know how you buy all the blackbirds? I think we should purchase all the Plum Street. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Here's the threads. It's a mixture. I'm using all the called for. There's the fabric. This fabric is good luck, Chris. It's the one I didn't write down. Gosh, you know what? You think we're organized? We're really not. Aha. Okay. Vintage Country Mocha. 36 count. Apparently it's one of my favorite fabrics. No. And here we go. So, funny story. Really not so funny. But when I ordered my frames from Art to Frames, you have to be careful. When you go through the selections to order your frames, you could click matte, no matte, glass, all different kinds of glass, no glass. And then when it comes down to the end, it'll ask you if you want corrugated cardboard, foam board, or 3/16 acid-free foam board. And on the big pieces like this, I will have them cut the foam board because it's like $2. And for you to buy foam board in a big enough piece, it can cost a little bit more, a lot bit more. But if you change your selections, you have to go back into that menu and make sure everything is the way you want it. Because if you don't do that, you get corrugated cardboard. And that's the funny story that I had to go buy foam board after that. Anyways, this is American Sampler, and this is where I am. And I just love that star. I'm in the house. I just enjoy her design so much. Paulette's just so talented. So I will probably be taking that out again. Today is Stocking Sunday, so I do have to do a little time on my stocking. Coming along nicely. It's for my daughter-in-law. I can't wait. It's going to be so cute when it's done. But I didn't bring that over to show you, so that'll be next episode's Things I Forgot. It's always something. Okay, that is WIP number 2. Number 3. Well, I went camping, so it stands to reason that if you're going camping, you're working on a camping sampler. Happy Campers by the Blue Flower, Janine McGowan. This is an awesome design. I'm just so... This is just so stinking cute. I mean, I don't know, you guys. I left the hoop on it. I'm sorry. It's just... Oh, my gosh. I mean, you guys, it's just adorable. This is on 40 count. It's the called for. It's 40 count. It's just me being all over the place. It's not going to get better, people. 40 count light mocha. That's what I got. Which I can see. I don't need any special magnification. I just have to wear my glasses. I always wear my glasses. Isn't that cute? Sorry, no iron. You know how I go. This is a needle minder from my friend Lorraine. The dog and the fox and the canoe and the porcupine. Now, I didn't put the long stitches in for the marshmallow sticks, but the marshmallows are there. Look at that little lantern. Oh my gosh. So stinking cute. So I will bring this with me when we go camping, and I'll be working on it then and probably other times too, but mostly when I'm camping because it's Happy Campers. That campfire. Oh my gosh. They have life jackets on, people. The fox and the dog and the canoe have life jackets on. This is an awesome, awesome chart. And this is a stitch along that I'm hosting along with Brandy from B&E Stitchery. And so much fun. I'm using the Cold for colors, Cold for fabric. These are the colors. Just so pretty. And it's just going to be awesome. And I'm torn. I by rights, I should hang it in the camper when it's done. But I don't know. Like, maybe I'll hang it in the camper when we're in the camper, and then I'll bring it in the house so I can enjoy it in the house because, you know, I'm not always in the camper. So that is, I have one more WIP I worked on. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying this is a retreat release. It was released at the Farm Girl Dry Goods Retreat. It is not available generally. I believe if past practice holds true, it'll be released probably a year after that May retreat. So that's all I know. That's it. I don't know anymore. It is called American Welcome. That is by Plum Street. Can you tell I have a Plum Street problem? It's not a problem. It's a purpose. I cannot wait. I don't want to rush through this. I want to stitch it. I want it on my wall, and I want it right next to Live on Little. But I don't want to rush through it because it's awesome. Look at it. You're going to love it when it comes out. But look at the sailboats in the lake. Oh, my God. Houses. But this is where I am. I was working on this morning before I said I got to get my butt moving. And that's it. That's all I have done. I'm savoring it. I'm savoring every little stitch because I love it so much. So, stay tuned. I'm hopeful that, you know, within a reasonable amount of time. I have to ask, though. I have to wonder, and I know I've said this. Like, I totally get exclusives. I understand that, but for like a year, that means like for a year that particular pattern is not, you can't, like, okay, for instance, Annabella's, she did a retreat, I think it was Teresa Kogut's patterns. Now they weren't exclusive, but from what I understand, Annabella's is selling those patterns for the next year exclusively, but she's selling them. That means Teresa Kogut's getting the money for it. Annabella, whatever they arrange, I don't know. I'm not privy to that. But so that chart is getting sold for the year, and it's not just sitting and waiting. So I'm just wondering, like, maybe explain, somebody tell me why people, why, wouldn't that be cool if Farm Girl, maybe she got the, just anybody, but you have a retreat and you arrange this with the designer, and so maybe the person who holds that retreat can just sell that chart for the year instead of not selling it for a year at all, and just the people, how do people feel about that? If you go to a retreat, do you want that to remain exclusive for the year? I mean, as a retreat goer, is that part of the draw? I don't know. I'm not making judgments, but I'm just curious about it. Explain it to me. I was just wondering. I thought I had a bag for this, but I didn't. Anyway, those are my WIPs. There's another one. It's my daughter-in-law's stocking, but that is over there, and I'm not going to go 4 steps. Any case, I have a little bit of haul. Not a lot, just a little. There's more coming, but some stuff isn't going to get here till the end of July because it was pre-orders, Brenda Gervais's at-home chart. The Tiny Town from Keepsakes, I think, is July. There's one more. Oh, yes, Teresa Kogut and Plum Street just did a collaboration. Oh, this is so fun. Did you guys see it? Because Teresa put out a newsletter, and it is freaking adorable, and I ordered it immediately. And it's an exclusive. You could order it from Teresa Kitten Stitcher. Go do it. Purchase all the Plum Streets. Anyway, here's my basket haul. I went to Hobby Lobby. I bought some fabric. I'm going to do some fabric bags without the vinyl front because I've watched Elizabeth Ann Stitch's tutorial 400 times and I think I finally understand it because it's hard for me. But anyway, they had a package of these. I think these will be really cute little gifts. What else? Michael's I went to. See, I did all the things this week. Michael's I went to, and like I said, they were having their red, white, and blue stuff. This is a 50-piece trim bundle. Look. $9.99, and it was 50% off. And it's got pom-pom trim. It's got rickrack. It's got cute little hearts. I mean, look at this big pom-pom trim. Look at that one. Oh, this one might look nice on, oh, I like that one. That might look nice on number, Oh, okay. What do you think? Maybe. Anyway, I don't know if it's still 50% off, but probably. I don't know when Michael's re-ups their sales. That's what I wanted to say. So there's that. What else? It's a basket. Okay. My Fox and Rabbit from May arrived. I feel so bad, Brendan, if you're watching. I don't know if you watch. I don't think you watch. But if you watch, thank you so much. You're a very patient person. This fabric was in New York for 15 days, 12 days. I don't know. It gets stuck there. And I waited and I waited and I waited. And then I tried to trace it on my own. And Australia Post said, you have to contact the sender. So I did. And there was I just didn't know if it was lost forever. Well, wouldn't you know it? And this always happens. The minute I sent that email, we were away. The minute I sent that email, I thought Brendan did his magic and put a trace on it and boom. I get a notification that it was delivered. It's like, way to bother somebody who has more than enough on his plate. So it's here. It's beautiful. Look at that. It is called Sea Fog. I get 36 count. And Brendan, I'm sorry. I hope that didn't put you through any extra work. But I love getting fabric from you guys. Okay. Then, when we were camping... Oh, I did. I think I showed you guys this. Did I show you that? I showed you that. Did I? No, maybe not. Dear God. Okay. Heart in hand. Another bird. I have to do all the birds. I have Ye Old Crow started. And I think I'm just going to drag that out this week and try to finish it. And this is so cute. I think I showed these to you guys. And I'm sorry if I did already. But, I'm sure you enjoy seeing things. Isn't that adorable? If you're new here, you didn't see these the last time. So, Little House Needleworks. Ugh. Gosh. Another one I love. Okay. So, on the way back from camping, we stopped at Stitches Unlimited. I haven't been there in over a year. It is my CNS, my closest needlework shop, because I don't have anyone anymore because Needleworkers is they're doing pop-ups. Okay. Anyway, I succumbed. I saw it. Helen D made it. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. Hey, I'm a tiny town person now. And Annie B's folk art. Look at that, guys. Remember me. I'm going to make this in honor of my mom and my mother-in-law. It's so pretty. And of course, I ordered the exclusive from Teresa Kitten Stitcher with Plum Street and her collaboration. They each did a design and they did an ampersand. It's just so cute. Go look at it. I'll link it below. Anyway, but I ordered Summer Moon, and then this was one I didn't order, so I got it there. I was kind of hoping they had Summer Moon, but they didn't. I mean, maybe they did, and I had already ordered it. That's probably what it was. Anyway, I can't remember everything. So cute. Purchased all the Plum Street. While I was looking at threads, I was spinning the thread thing, the thread go around, and this smacked me in the face. And it was the only one they had, Nancy, Disorderly Stitcher. So I had to bring it home with me. Black coffee. And I got 2 trims that I did not use when I finished my patriotic pieces. But I think when I get the Teresa Plum Street, I'll be using Lady Dot. So I've got Union and, it's frustrating because I opened them. Union and Sizzle. Yep. Can't have too many trims. All right. That is a haul. It's quite enough out of me. Put that haul away. I'm going to check my notes because that's what I should do. I did all the WIPs, and then there will be a new start. I'll get to that. I did all the finishes and the FFOs. I just did the haul. Okay, let's get on to plans. So, Katie, the Naptime Stitcher, if you go to her Instagram, this is downloadable. It starts tomorrow. And it is the Summer Stitches Challenge. Tomorrow is School's Out. Stitch something with letters or words. I mean, this is adorable and so doable. I mean, the 27th is pool day. Stitch something with water, which would be American Welcome, got water. Sandcastles, stitch something with a house or a building. That's perfect for you guys to stitch my retirement Sal, which is School's Out Forever Sal. Stitch anything with a house and use that hashtag, and that'll be great. So that's part of my plans. Then, Jess, Como Stitches. I kept seeing this posted, and I was like, oh, it's so pretty, but I can't. Oh, it's so pretty, I can't. And then I read the post, and she said her birthday's in July. Well, that's so weird, because my birthday's in July, and I was not going to do birthday start, because last year, I started the BAP for Bab, my big blank project for my big blank birthday when I turned 60, and that was considered the lilies, and I'm still working on that. So I was not going to have another start for my birthday because that's my birthday start. Like, am I supposed to do a birthday start every year? I guess so. I don't know. Anyway, so she's going to do this chart for her birthday, and the hashtag is Como Christmas Sal, and it's starting on July 1st. And here is the chart. It is a Erin Elizabeth design, a type of Christmas. How flippin' cute is that? And it's typography. And it's going to be so fast. I can't wait. July 1st. It's not that far away, guys. So, here we go. Here's all the code for floss. This is all DMC. Now I have a problem. I don't know what fabric to use. I have this Mudslide by Fox and Rabbit, which I really like. I have this Milk and Honey from Fiber on a Whim. And then I also have this Baked Clay from Fox and Rabbit. So you guys, Big clay. Milk and honey. Now, I don't think the lights are going to show up on this one, but... Or mudslide. Leave me a comment. Which one would you pick? I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards, you know, basically these two. Okay, one's a little darker than the other. So, what do you think? Baked clay, mudslide. I love the milk and honey, but I think these light ones, these light threads right here, these light guys right here, I don't know. Leave me a comment. Which one would you pick? Give me some help here. Join in. Use the hashtag ComoChristmasSal. Como Christmas Sal. I'll put it in the description box below. So in honor of Jess's birthday, and my birthday's in July too. I can't not do this. I have to do this. It's fun. I don't have enough squirrels. All right. Plans. So the WIP Go numbers for July are out. And guess what? This covers that square 13, because my square 13 was a new start. That's the new start. Also, she called numbers 21 and 9. 21 for me is Whimsical Winter, which I think is an Autumn Lane design. Pretty sure. Yep. Autumn Lane. And number 9, which is a blackbird, which is Humming of the Bees. Segue that into our next, Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, and I host a monthly Zoom called the Featured Designer Stitch Night. Once a month, we feature a designer. They don't come. I mean, it would be cool if they stopped by. But we just focus on one designer, and this month is going to be Blackbird Designs. So if you're stitching a blackbird, if you want to stitch a blackbird, if you just want to see a bunch of people who have blackbird designs, we're going to do show and tell. We chit chat. Sometimes we talk about stitching, sometimes we don't. The link will be posted in both of our Facebook groups. Mine is the Camping Stitcher. Hers is the Disorderly Stitcher. The day of, which is next Wednesday, June 28th. It's going to be on a Wednesday this month. And 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We usually go until about 9, but it's summer, so I don't know. See, you want to go later, we go later. You know, depends on people want to work and people want to stitch. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's what's coming up. And then in that same vein, the next host a weekend stitching challenge. It's called the Weekend 4x4. It's I do it once a month. It's usually the first weekend of the month, and it's just you taking 4 hours to for yourself, stitching, crocheting, quilting, whatever you want to do. And using the hashtag and posting, you can post what you want on Instagram. You can post what you're working on in my Facebook group, whatever. But it's going to be July 1st and 2nd. Now, I know that's typically 4th. I'm sorry for the weird light. I'm just seeing that it got cloudy and all of a sudden reflection. But it's typically on the first weekend of the month. So I think that's like the holiday weekend for 4th of July. Because 4th of July is on Tuesday. Even more reason for you to take some time for yourself, okay? Whatever you're doing, just have a little stitchy time. 4 hours over 2 days it's not a lot to take for yourself. So do that. The sals I'm working on, the American Sampler is something I started for the First Lady Sal, which is the series that Rachel from Needle and Flax is doing on First Ladies, and hopefully Dolly Madison, she said that's going to be 2 parts, so hopefully that's going to be out soon. Oh, you know what? Welcome to the North Pole. I worked on that and I didn't even show that to you. Gosh. That's the other style I'm doing. That's Primrose Cottage Stitches. I just did the first part of that. I also did the June Cross Stitch Camp 2023 for Colorado Cross Stitcher. And School's Out Forever Sal for me. That's about it, I think, for Sal's. July 1st is going to be the Como Christmas Sal. My playlist. Who have I been watching on Flosstube? Well, I was catching up with Lauren, the New Hampshire Stitcher. She just did a WIP parade. Oh my gosh. She has got some amazing WIPs there. And go give her a watch. Alicia, I was catching up on her craft room cleanup challenge. Have you watched that? It's a couple minute video she's posted throughout June. So I'm wondering if she's going to end it with when July comes, or if she's going to keep going. But I know she had asked me if I wanted to go and do it, and I'm like, I don't think so. I want to clean up my craft room, but every single time I clean up one area, it just goes to the other area. Anyway, I'm going to be putting new floor in here and painting 2 of the walls, so maybe I'll post a little something when we do that. And the other one I've been catching up on is Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. They're wonderful. They're hilarious. I love watching them. I'm sure other floss tubers have talked about them, but they're fairly new to me. And I've just been enjoying watching their past episodes. So go give them a watch. Here, I almost had it forgot. Things I forgot. So with all the Plum Street I've been stitching, I don't have that much Stitchy Linen Noses. I don't have that much floss bling. So I decided to make some. So I have been making little Americana floss bling. There's that one. There's that one. How cute. So cute. Now those 3 I did. Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, has a tutorial on how she makes her floss bling, and she uses Gorilla Glue. My Gorilla Glue, I use it one time and it dries up on me. So those 3 I did with Aileen's Tacky Glue. I just didn't feel like the Tacky Glue, like you press down on the glass on the paper to get it to like smoothly adhere, and I just didn't feel like it did. But when I was in Michael's, Aileen has this craft glaze, and it was on clearance for $2. Two something. This worked a treat. Look at this. I mean, sorry for the reflection. So cute. So now I have plenty of bling. I may put a few in my Etsy shop. Now that I have time. But all I do is I have this little, I'll put a link to this. I have Amazon affiliate links, but, you know, it comes with the bezels and the glass tiles, cabochons. They were like, I don't know, there was enough to make, I want to say 24. I just ordered a new batch. And then I don't know where I got these. I wish I saved the label. I use these split rings. They're, I want to say at least a quarter. They're split rings because I don't like to put this directly on this ring. I also ordered these small 1-inch rings, but you can get bigger rings. I just use this to put any charms, and it's like I don't know if you could see, it splits like a key ring, and I think they're I want to say is it a 1/4 inch? Let's measure. 3/8, 1/4 inch wide. And that's how I put them on. And this came like this. So anyway, that's other stuff I've made. And that's about it. I think that's all I've got for you this time. I'm kind of sticking to the every 2-week Flosstube thing. That may change if we do a little traveling, maybe a little bit longer, or might try to do something from the camper. We'll see. But it's summertime, so everybody's here and there. So that's all I have for cross stitch. If you are not interested in the campfire story, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. If you can, subscribe, click the bell. Come on over to Instagram and follow me there. Join the Facebook group. Love to have you. I really appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with me. Now it's time for the campfire story. And I'm kind of like, you know what? It's really bad. I'll remember something when I'm like falling asleep at night. And like, I got to keep a notebook there because then I forget when I wake up. Anyway, before we had kids, so 30-something years ago, 40-something years ago, Bob and I were traveling, and he was like, we went up to New England a lot, Maine, New Hampshire, and I was like, I really want to go to Canada. I really want to go to Canada. So he was like, all right, we'll go to Canada for like 4 or 5 days. So we went up to Quebec. Depends on, for a few days of camping. And it was kind of like overcast, and it was just such a neat trip. We were on the, I'm going to say it wrong, something peninsula, Gaspé Peninsula, in this really neat campground. And the campground had like regular camping sites, and it also had a lodge. We actually went to dinner there one night, and the waiter was so nice to us. The menu was in French, and he read it to us, translated it for us. Amazing. People were so nice. Anyway, we were driving one day, just exploring the area, and my husband found this road along the St. Lawrence River, and he says, I always do this. I don't mean to do this, but I'm looking out the window, watching the river and, seeing all the activity on it, or, the wildlife or whatever. And all of a sudden, this huge tail comes out of the water, lifts up and slaps back down again. And I was like, what the heck was that? So my husband's driving, and I'm like, hey, are there whales in this river? He's like, why? What did you just see? And I'm like, I swear to God, I saw a whale's tail. And I'm like, but it's a river. But it's a huge, it's huge. It's like huge they call it estuary. As it turns out, if you look up the St. Lawrence River and whales, yes, lots of species of whales. I have no idea what I saw. I know it was a whale, but I just couldn't wrap my head around the fact that it was a river, and, because we have the Delaware River here, and there's no whales here, but, I mean, that's right by the ocean, but, it was just, it's like, what did you see? You always do that. I'm like, I don't mean to always do that. It's just, I guess if I had wrapped my head around the fact, now, if we were up there now, and I saw a whale, or a tail, or something come out of the water, I would go, look, whale. But because I wasn't quite sure that I was actually seeing what I was seeing, I asked questions like that. And he's like, oh, could have seen a whale. I'm like, well, you could have seen his tail. But it was a neat trip. I would definitely like to go back up there. We had thought about maybe before the pandemic. We were actually wanting to go up to Nova Scotia and take the ferry, which is something we're still trying to think of, work out doing. But now we have a little bit more time to plan stuff like that. And I think this year we're going to go a little bit later so we can be traveling in towards the fall and see more things in the fall that we could only see in the summer before. So it's going to be neat. But that is my campfire story. The whale's tail in the St. Lawrence River. I don't know, guys. I'm running out of stories a little bit, but I know I've got more in my head if I can just remember them. Anyway, that's it for this week. 2 weeks. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's not too rainy or floody by you. And I hope you're getting plenty of stitching time in and enjoying your summer or the beginning of winter, depending upon where you are. If you have any questions or comments, put them below. Let me know what fabric you would choose, and I will catch you next time. In the meantime, stitch away. Bye.